Today, we're going to be looking at the all-new Gloria Day Bible from Crossway in the ESV translation. Hey everybody, thanks for joining me on this episode of the Bible Tidbits YouTube channel, where we look at all things Bible and theology. So if that interests you, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss a thing. So before we get to the Bible itself, part of the experience when you get a premium Bible is the unboxing. Let me grab the top here. And the new boxes are redesigned. They have the nice gold stamped seal. It says Gloria Day right there. It's a little bit textured where the old boxes used to be pretty smooth. So that does affect taking the box off. And then when you look on the inside, it's got this nice pattern. And it's got some acorns and oak leaves in there. And each different leather option has a different inside here. So really like that. Mahogany calfskin is what this one is. And then the pledge card, which I think is something special. When you're getting a Bible this nice, the boxes, these pledge cards, all of it matters. And so this one, beautiful, got the gold on the brown that matches the box. And the back, something new, it's got that seal yet again, but it's also got all the stats for this Bible. So this is Gloria Day, printed in Royal Youngblood, 9-point font, full grain, aniline dyed calfskin, 28 GSM, Smithsonian edge line, single column, red over gold gilding. So all the details right there on that card. So that is cool. And it makes a really clean look for the box. But then you get to the Bible itself. And the oak leaves on the interior really, I think, set this Bible out because it's kind of got an oaky feel to it. It's got this deep mahogany brown, and it's got the nice kind of the tannish gold, maybe bronze color, I guess, ribbons on it. The matching brown liner, the gold gilding with the red undertones. And it's just a very oaky Bible. And I just love it for that. You can find pictures online. I'll have some linked below, I'm sure, of the inside, but I'll just flash the inside up to you here so you can see it there. Beautiful, beautiful layout here. It is single column. It's got some pretty decent margin space on the side and down below. So I actually have a friend who's been writing in his, and I'll put some pictures up of his Bible. This is the exact same one, of his notes in the margin, how they bleed through. He's using Pigma Micron pens and Zebra mild liner highlighters with no problem. The unique part about this Bible, though, is right here. If you look on the side, the headings are in the margins and not in the text. And it's this way all the way through. Let's go, here's somewhere with a lot of headings. You can see all those headings off to the side instead of being in the text. And the benefit of this, look how beautifully that lays there. You can't hardly see it, I'm sure. But the benefit of that is it acts closer to a reader's Bible than most Bibles would. Because I don't know about you, but whenever I'm reading the Bible, I get to a section heading and it kind of stops me. I stop and maybe I'll read the heading and then go to the next one. Well, here, those headings are in the edge, and you could just read straight through. Maybe your peripheral vision will catch it, and you want to go see what it says. But really, for the most part, it's completely undistracting. It's the same font size as the text. It appears to be like italicized. I think it's slightly different in a slightly different way on the edges, so you could tell it's not part of the text. And just a little space, and you could use this like a reader's edition with chapters and verses in it. And the reason I really love this is for sermon preparation. That's one of the biggest things I got this for, is whenever I'm writing sermons and lessons, just to sit with this Bible, because oftentimes whenever I pick what amount of text I'm going to do whenever I'm teaching through a book, it's very heavily swayed by the sections. And whenever those sections are taken out of it, it makes me think deeper about the text. Okay, what is a block? How much do I want to do? And it really pushes it back on me, where I try to be on me, but sometimes those headings they distract me, and I don't get on that as much. You can see it's got 3 ribbons there, not stacked, side by side there. And remember that seal I pointed out on the box and on the card? It's on the inside of the back too. And I just think that's a neat, it's just the little things. Whenever you get into the premium Bibles like this, those little things, the crown, man, they just set it apart. So you can find all the stats and great, wonderful pictures online of all the little things about this Bible, the ribbons, double edge. I mean, everything, every material, even down to where the font was made, is a specific tailored edition for this Bible. And this leather, it's got some lines here. We got some uniqueness. I have a friend who's got the same leather, the mahogany calfskin in the Veritas edition, and his was very unique. Mine's really pebbly, and I have another friend with the mahogany Gloria Day just like this, and his is very pebbly. Well, then my friend's, his was pebbly up here, and then down here, it was really smooth, and it was smooth all the way around the back, then it was pebbly up here again. So I had a smooth spot in the skin. I've got some kind of lines there, so you see some uniqueness of the animal it came from. The yap on this is not full. Some of the new ones have full yap, but it is very, very generous, and it feels good. And so I want to compare this to a few Bibles that I have, but I want to point something out here. This is the softest, floppiest Bible I have ever held in my life. The only thing that I even can think of in my mind that comes close to this is I had a friend in college who had a ESV in lambskin, and it was really old. They don't make it anymore. Haven't made it for years, where I would love to have one, but it was a super soft one. And that's the closest thing I can think of to this. And this is cowhide, calfskin right here, and it is just so soft and supple, even softer and more supple than many goat skins. So here's a goat skin Bible I have. It's my preaching Bible. I'm not sure if this one's been on the channel any. This one's an old one. You can see the gilding on it falling apart. But this is a Chinese bound, not Royal Youngblood, China bound, Crossway Premium, an older one. But you can see, I mean, that's pretty floppy. It's got a little bit of motion there. But this one is even floppier and even softer. And it's brand new. This one was stiffer when it was brand new, but just over years of use, it has softened up. But that is just insane. The softness and the floppiness, how supple it is. So really, really cool thing there. See how big it is compared to the Preaching Bible. It is a little bit narrower and a little bit thinner. So similar size to that Preaching Bible. Another comparison I wanted to make, got it out of frame here, is, so this is a top grain Bible from Crossway. It's the top grain, large print, thin line in their brown color, and you can tell how much darker it is than this one right out the gate. But whenever researching these leathers, I was trying to make sense of it all, and it seems like the calfskin here is top grain, but it's full grain. So it's top grain and the layer of skin below top grain. So you can tell that it is thicker than this top grain Bible. This is top grain, this is the calfskin. You could tell it's thicker feeling it. Probably can't see it in any way, but you could feel the added thickness of this one. This one is pretty close, but not near as floppy still. I mean, you can even hear it bending there. But it's pretty soft, this top grain. But still not quite as much. So this one, it does say in the back, it is calf skin. So I guess this is probably top grain from a full grown, and this is the calf there. So, but that's kind of a similar leather. And then the last one I want to compare with here is the Heritage and Wellington leather. No longer in publish. It's now the Veritas, and it's got other leather options, but this is a Bible I've been carrying for years. Lots of videos on the channel about it. But this is the previous line of Crossway's nicest Bibles, and then this is the replacement line there. So you can see it's a good bit lighter than the Wellington there, but it's still a nice deep brown. But I just think they both have their benefits, but I love this new Gloria Day. I really do. See that? This one does have the gold stamping as opposed to the blind stamping. Some of the other leather editions of the Gloria Day have the blind stamping, but this one does have the gold. Let's get the gilding picture here. Obviously, the Wellington here, the thicker one, has been used a good bit. So you can see kind of a similar gilding process there. I can't tell a whole ton of difference besides age there. the same red, nothing different there. The ribbons are a big upgrade from these old little thin dinky ribbons to the new ones. And actually on the Veritas, they had to drop a ribbon because they're thicker overall, and so they couldn't fit as many there on my buddies I was looking at. But you can see this is a little darker, and this one's got 3 years of use, and it is stiff still. It's a lot softer than it was originally. So the Gloria Day, awesome Bible. I really like it. It's definitely got some strong use cases. I'll say some difficulties though. So in Sunday school, I've been teaching a young adult Sunday school, and I took this Bible this last Sunday. And as I was going, I have my notes for the text and all that, but I usually read a section at a time because everybody's got the same sections in our class. And so I say, okay, let's just read this next section. Let's work through this next section. Then we'll go over and look. So I really do, in that instance, lean on the section headings a little bit more than I would like to in, say, sermon preparation. But whenever I had this Bible, I could see it, but I wasn't ever confident in the headings. And so I was asking my wife, what verse are we starting at and going to? Just so I could be clear on that. As she was sitting next to me, had her Heritage Bible with me. And so I wasn't always confident in what comprised a section. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I think there are some use cases where this Bible could be difficult. But if you want to get lost in the Word, man, this was a good one. If you want to take notes, it's got the widest margins out of all their premium line. The Heritage, or the Veritas now, it's got margin space, but it does not compare to the Gloria Day here. It's basically a wide margin with the headings in the margin. One other thing, the page number, the book name at the top, and chapter and verse number at the top, and then the chapter numbers in the text are all red. And then the rest of the verse numbers and the text is all in black. And the section headings in the side are all black. That is probably my favorite thing about this Bible. It makes it it's just a little sweeter. And that's the thing about these premium Bibles. When you get into these, honestly, people say, well, premium Bibles, that's just flaunting that you can afford a nice Bible. Well, most people that aren't premium Bible people cannot tell the difference between these two Bibles. They really can't. Maybe if they hold them both, like, oh, this one's a little softer. I like this one. It's got red accents are cool, the ribbon's thicker. But for the most part, people who don't know Bibles aren't going to be able to tell the difference. But to those who appreciate them, I think that's so nice, and we can really enjoy using something nice like this. I enjoy just sitting with the soft leather there and just the floppiness and looking and just getting lost in the Word. And those little things, I think, add up to make a Bible super nice like this. From the card to the better ribbons to just the little seal in the back and the nice leathers and the little red accents. They go a long ways. And the paper. I didn't even talk about the paper. Paper is so smooth. It's 28 GSM, which is pretty thin, but it doesn't feel like a lot of thin Bible paper. There is definitely Bible paper out there that is thicker than this that doesn't feel it. Doesn't feel as sturdy. So really, really great. And bleed through is not there. Not a lot of ghosting where you can see the text on the next page through it. So those little things, when you get a premium Bible, really add up. And I am loving the Gloria Day. In this leather, they have the Gloria Day. They have the Veritas, which is the Heritage, the one I showed you all ago. Then they have the Alpha, which is a smaller one, all in this mahogany calfskin. They also have Granada, which is kind of like a little bit lighter and a little bit more of a reddish hue. And then they have goat skin, are the main three that they're doing now. And they're also working on a British tan and a Tuscan green, and some of those are out in some leather editions already. And we'll actually have a British tan Veritas on the channel as soon as they ship. I have a friend buying one who wants to let me use it for a video. So ESV Gloria Day, the brand new 2025 edition. It's got the 2025 ESV text, I might add, as well. And it's got all the little things that comprise a ultra premium nice Bible. And so if that's something you're looking for, definitely check out this Bible. There's sales around the holidays. If that's when you're watching this video, it's when it's releasing. You can find some good sales on it to get it cheap, cheaper, I guess, than you normally would. But I love this Bible. It has its use case. Whenever I just want to get lost in the Word, that's where I'm going, is right here, the ESV Gloria Day. So I thank you all for joining me. Go check out links down below to learn more about this Bible, and I will see y'all next time.